Hello and welcome back to Roy's the Boy. Now for you today I have got a mower which is being given away for free. I was tagged on Facebook with a post, so when I looked up the post was, does any scrap people collect lawnmowers? So I've messaged him, and this is the one. I don't know what it is yet. It's don't look too bad on the deck, and to me that looks like a Honda mower. Sorry, a Honda engine. Get it right. The grass box looks a bit dirty, on the dirty side, but what do you expect? That is free. So I'm going to go and pick that up right now, after I've spoken to you, of course. But before we go, I've got some post, and it's been sent via Mixed Mowers from America, so thank you for that, Mick. And in there I have got some stickers, and I've got two stickers. First one's from GoPro Hreo, so I'm going to be sticking those on top of where all the other ones are. And he's also sent this one as well, so he sent me two stickers, so I'll be putting those up there in a second. And I also got another one from Mike at Lucky 7 Mud Mowers, and he sent me a magnetic one of the big mud mower machine that he bought, that he made, I should say, built. Yeah, that is great. I mean, look at that steering wheel. It's made out of chains and all welded together. So what I'm going to do for now on this one, let's go move that round here a little bit. I'm going to stick this one just for the temporary, because what I will do, I'll stick some screws in there, and then the magnetic bit will hold onto it. So I'm going to just stick that up there for now for temporary. And what we'll do now as well is, if I can get these ones undone, I'm going to stick Zippo's ones up there. But they're taking too long. Right, let's get these undone. I'll stick them up there and I'll show you in a second. Right, so there you are. Both of Zippo's ones up there, and Mike's ones are there. Later on today I will put some screws on there, or even down this way somewhere, and then they'll be magnetic onto those, so they'll be there permanently. Or I could just put some pins in there, and that'd do that as well, but it doesn't matter. So anyway, we've done that, so let's go and have a look at this, pick this mower up, get it back, and let me show you what it is, or what make it is. Right, so there it is. This is the one. It's an XP Troy-Bilt, and I was absolutely correct. It is a Honda engine, which is great. It does need, you can tell it's been left outside. It's absolutely filthy. I mean, look at this grass box. It's got moss growing all over it, so that's going to need a good old jet wash. It's got a single arm eye adjuster, which is very good, and it's got a 4-gear select. Now, I've never had one of these. Never had well, I have had one more Troy-Bilt one. It's self-propelled. Cables are all fine. The wheels, I mean, look at the tread on the wheels. They're not too bad at all. It definitely is dirty. Let's have a look at the oil. What else are we at? Oh, look how clean the oil is. It is overfilled a little bit. Let's have a look inside here. It needs a bit of painting down here. Let's have a look underneath. Yeah, it does need a full service, doesn't it? It looks like a lovely blade. Now, the reason why they were giving this away is they said it runs, but as soon as they start to use it, it cuts out. So let's see if it starts in the first place and see if we can figure out what the problem is. Let's turn the fuel up, put this on to choke. Right, so what is happening, let's take this closer to the over to here. Right, so this gears here, as soon as 1, 2 and 3, there's no self-drive, so there's something wrong with the self-drive, but as soon as you pull it into the number 4, the engine's cutting out. So we need to go and have a look underneath to see what's happening there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a good jet wash, even the bag. I'll sort that out first, and then wiggle it onto the workshop and see if we can find out what the problem is. Right, so that took quite a lot of cleaning. That bag took me nearly 45 minutes to try and sort out and clean as best as I could. Whilst this was drying out in the sun, when I did start it, as it happens. It started first time. I left it running just for about a minute and then it cut out. It wasn't to do with the gear selection, because it was on number 1. I think I might have got some water into the system. So to get the underneath, what I'm going to do, I'm going to strip the carburetor off anyway, because I want to give the engine a good clean out. I want to have a look underneath here as well and take the fuel tank off, so that'll be a lot easier for when I'm getting underneath there. So let's have a look at this here first. Well, look at that, look. It's not even an air filter in it. Now, I'm wondering, no, that wouldn't be the reason why it's cutting out. Oh, look, there's a spider in there, look. Off you go. Has he gone? Yeah, he's gone. So he's not living there no more. Yeah, so there's... Yeah, I think there's water got into there now, so I'll have to take that carb off. I'll strip it down and I'll give it a clean. So let's take this off and then I'll get back. Right, to take this fuel tank off, you've got to take the whole recoil cover off, because the fuel tank is actually bolted to the recoil cover here. It's got a fuel tap on it, but that's bolted to on the inside of this plate, screwed into there. So to get that off, so I've had to clamp that, and hopefully there that should come off. It's not going to. Let's get a screwdriver and prise it off, which is going to be a bit long. Things like this, it takes the recording longer. That's a good tight fit, which is good. There's a little bit of fuel coming out there. Now, is that closed enough? Yeah, that's closed enough. So that now, the whole thing there should come off, which is good. So we'll leave that to the side somewhere. And then I've already unbolted this carburetor. Now I'm going to undo this bit here as well, so I can take that off. Cool. It's doing the same thing there. At least they're nice, good tight fits. I'll give them that. Let's take this cover off first. It's going to be a lot easier, I think. Take the breather out of it. That was tight as well. I mean, it does need a clean. Look at the state of it. It is. It's dirty. Right, so let's get this off now. Oops, be careful. Right, there we go. And I've got to be careful I don't break this bit here. Let's have a look at that. That one comes off of there, and then that, just give that a little twist to the side, and that should come off of there. And I've got that gasket on there. Right, I'm going to try and take that off. Careful, because I'm not sure. I don't think I've got one of these, so I want to keep that. So I'm going to have to be careful with that. Right, this might be a simple fix. It might not be a simple fix, because inside there. Let's get a torch. Inside there, look at all that dirt. It's all. It could be a spring broke. I don't know. So it could be something to do with the belt. Is there a belt? Oh, hang on. As it happens. Ah, I think I found it already. Look, if you can see inside there, the belt's come off that pulley. So let's get all this off. I've got to take the blade off anyway. I've got to sharpen it up. It's been brutally. Oh, it's in dire. It's terrible. Yeah, we'll get all this off, and we'll see what the problem is down there. All right, I've got this blade off. Really, that blade has had it. But I'm going to sharpen it. I ain't going to spend, I don't know, probably about 30 quid for this blade. We'll leave that down there for now. Let's take this. I think this is going to be a bit of a rebuild, really. But the thing is, it doesn't owe me nothing. Just my time for going to pick it up. So that should come off. Oh, look at that! Look. Oh, look at that. Spider's nest. Got all those baby spiders. Right, I've cleaned that little cover off. Spiders, they're all gone, so I'm going to have plenty of them in my workshop now. There was one 10mm bolt which comes out of there. Now the other one that's holding this one on here is just there. There's a 10mm there which is on the other side. So now I've got to put the mower back on its front, and I've got to try and take the bolt which is out of there. There was actually two nuts there. There's one there and there's another one there which I'm taking off with the impact. Which is done. Right, there was actually three three bolts. There was two on the inside and there was another one that screws into the plastic itself. So let's see now. Should be able to take this off. Oh, look at all this dirt coming out of here. You can't see it at the moment, but well, look at all the dirt on there, and look at all this lot here. This has never ever been cleaned. Wow, look at that. Even the inside is. We'll have to take this one off as well now, because look at all that lot. That's all that. Right, let's take on the inside of there. Look, let's give all this a clean up. I'll take this one off as well, and I'll come back when I'll give it a little clean up as well. Right, so I might have to take this axle completely off. I mean, look at the rust inside that pulley. Maybe that's one of the reasons. Well, all that dirt in it didn't help, and where that's got so rusty, that's probably one of the good reasons why that belt has come off. Hopefully it hasn't stretched. I might be able to get it off with that, or I might get a wire brush which goes onto my drill and put it inside there, and because the belt doesn't go all the way in, it only goes into a certain part. So let's have a quick go on that and we'll see what happens. Well, that is bringing that up quite nice as it happens. Right, let's finish this and then I'll come back. Right, so we're back on this now. Now, where I said before is this belt had come off of this pulley there. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of movement there. Now, at first I thought there was a spring missing, which is holding that into place like that, you know, but it's not. It's that goes onto there, which is fair enough. But what I've noticed when I took the plastic cover off, there's two bolts missing, one in there and one in there. Now, this first one here, what that's for is when I put the cover on, the plastic cover goes up against this when and there's a bolt in there, and also this little hole here should line up there, and there's a bolt which is holding that into place. So I've got to get another two bolts for this side, and I've also got to get another one for that side, so then the plastics can go back in there as well. So someone else has had this apart before as well, I think. So let's go and get some screws or some bolts or whatever I've got. I can, because I think they're self-tapping because they're going straight into the plastic. So hopefully they're going to be the same type which goes into there. So I've got to have a look at my things, come back and see if I can get that back into there, and then we'll put all this back together, and hopefully this mechanism is going to work. Right, so I found some self-tapping ones. I've got a whole jar of stuff like that from a boot sale, so I've put that in. So now that there is fixed. So now I'm hoping that I'm going to get the pulley belt on. So what I need to do now is I've got to redo all this, put all this back in, and then see if I can get the belt on whilst that's on. If not, I'll have to take this off again, put the pulley belt in, and then push this round to as far as I can, and then screw that back in again. Right, so this has got a really awkward mechanism. I've never had one of these before, so you definitely have got to put the belt on this side first. That can only go on one way like that. I've got to hold that there, and then bringing this belt there, just making sure that's on. Yeah, I sit standing here talking to myself. Right, so we'll push that back into there, That's got to be loose for the moment. No, it's not done that. So I'll bring that off again because I've got to. Right, okay. Holding that in. Making sure this belt stays there, and then I've got to put the bolts back into there. Right, I've got the top one in, so then which is holding the belt on there. So we'll put these other two in. I might have to take all this apart again yet. So this is a new one for me. Let's just do that up a bit more. That's it. Just a double check. Now, hoping that I can stretch this. No, I can't. Right, so I'm definitely going to have to take that off. And then bring this round and then we'll put this on again, so I'll come back in a second. Right, so let's see if we get this pulley on here. Sorry, the belt on there, not a pulley. Belt on the pulley, I should say. Getting that round. That's it. And then see if we can get this back into there. No, that's not going in because it ain't in enough. I've really got to give that a squeeze in. Sorry about that because I'm hitting the camera. I can't help it. That's it. Now that, if I turn the flywheel, hopefully that should now. There we go. Yep. Right. So next thing I need to do is I need to put this plastic cover back, casing which is back on here. Right. Okay. So I've put most of this back together. I've put this big piece on there. That's all back together, and now I've got to put this back together there with two screws. I've still got another screw on the other side of the wheel to do, but I can't do that until I've turned it over, so I'm going to put these bits back first and then put the blade back on, which I've already put on, sharpened and painted. Right, so we'll put this blade back on. I'm going to put this on slowly first because there's two lugs there which has to line up that together. Hold that in. Right, so now we've got to put the top wheel on, so I should just get that. So I'll stick that on and then we'll turn it over and I've got to put another bolt just inside there. Right, so all the underneath there is back together. I've got to give this engine another bit of a clean around here because where the jet wash didn't make it. And what I'll also do is, before I put anything else back, is I'll give all this a nice clean. See if I can get this paintwork up just a little bit more, not too much, and just give the engine a little tidy. And then we'll start putting the carburetor into the ultrasonic cleaner. Right, I've took this carburetor apart. There was some water in it, and that was because I used a jet wash, but this is really clean. All I'm going to do is, I'm not going to put it through the ultrasonic cleaner. It looks clean enough to me. I'm just going to take that needle out and then just use the carb cleaner really and give it a blowout, and then we'll stick it back on. As I start putting this carburetor back on now, it was really in good condition. There was just a little bit of water in it where, like I said, I used the jet wash. And so small little spring goes on that one, and the big one just loops onto there. So now what I need to do now is get these gaskets here lined up with those, and we line those up there, and I've got to get the air cover, but before I do that, let's put this back onto there. Let's see if we can get that on. Let's get the pliers. I can't seem to find me big pliers, me flat ones, so hopefully these little ones will do. Get on there, go on. Right, so we've got the fuel pipe on now, and I've put the two gaskets just onto this air filter cover. And we start by putting these bolts through. And also at the same time we've got to get this breather pipe. Does it go under there? Yeah, it does. It's got to go into there, like so, and then we line these up. And I'll get me that one. Alright, I've got this fuel tank on, and I've put the pipe onto there. Let's get this little hose clip on, which is good. I did take the all the fuel out of here, and there was actually loads of water. Oops, that's the wrong way, that's what I've got that side. Inside it, and I'll show you in a minute. Let me just get these bolts on. Sorry, these nuts, get them right. And then we'll stick some fuel in it, and then we'll take it outside, and then we'll see if it runs. So let's just get this bolted down. Okay, let's just check this choke works. Yep, that's good. Right, yeah, let's show you this this fuel. I'll just bring it up, and if you can see on the bottom, just there, that came out of the tank. So I won't use this fuel. I'll stick some fresh stuff in, but I'll use this fuel another time because I use it for cleaning. Right, so that's all done. The filter's on. It's got a new filter in it, new spark plug, so everything's done. So let's take it outside and give it a go. Right, let's see if this works. If there's any clattering, I'll stop it. once again, it is still cutting out when you actually go to use the drive. Right, so as you saw, it did start doing it again. But I've let the engine warm up quite a bit more, and it did have a lot too much oil in it, so I took that out, and it seems to have done the job. So let's go and show you. But there you have it. It's all nicely and clean now. I've done everything to it. It's had a full service. I even sprayed just under there with some black paint and some black lacquer, and it brought that up very nice. Transmission's all working. It's all come up nice. The grass box, have a look at the grass box. You saw at the beginning how that bad was. I'm very happy with that. So as you saw, that came up really nice in the end. Like I said, I've just given it a little good old clean and a little bit of a spray job underneath, and it came up really well. The gear selections, as you saw, are working all nicely now, and yeah, I'm really happy with that one. So that's all there is on that Troy-Bilt XP. Can't remember what the code name was now, or code number, but never mind. It's a really good 21 inch with a Honda engine on it, and selected transmission, so that should really, I hope it goes really nice and makes a pretty penny anyway. Yeah, so that's what I have on this one. But just before I leave, I just want to say once again, I want to say thank you to Mixed Mowers for sending those stickers over to me, and also for Zippo Varga and Mike at Lucky 7 Mud Mowers. As you see, the stickers are there and all up behind me. And I also want to say is in the post as well today, I got something from somebody called Will Higgs, who I made a comment on Mixed Mowers' stream the other week, and I was talking about a fuel tap, and then he said that he had a brass one which fits stationary engines, and of course I've got a lovely letter in it, and there it is, and that should fit. I'm not going to take it out of the bag yet anymore, but yeah, that's it. There's a lovely letter there for him. So they had no use for it, and I hope it fits and what I can do with it. And he didn't even ask me for any money either. When I gave him my address, I said to him, let me know how much it cost and the postage and things like that. And he hasn't wanted nothing, so thank you very much, Will Higgs, for that. Yeah, so that's all there is on this video now. Until the next one. If you did like this one though, please don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up as well, and hit that grey notification bell, and then you'll be told when I'm doing another video again. So until next time, cheerio.